Florida's done a great job of getting damage done and not putting themselves in vulnerable positions. Tavik, see you later, he's out of there.
Dude, they've nearly got a six-pack right now, Florida Mayhem. Logic's gonna ruin that along with Zebasai, so we will have the nano-boosted soldier in here, just wrecking everybody in sight. Not gonna be able to find him. I mean, Jeep, he's got Asher there and Bishu there with him, and he decides to go for the Primal Rage as well, but we had the sound barrier committed here from Los Angeles Gladiators. They're throwing everything into this fight, but it's still staying fairly even. Florida able to get their kills back as well. Tavik caught in the corner. One tick will be picked up now for Florida Mayhem.
It's 4v4 right now, and Tavik is just trying to buy a little bit of time. He gets stuck, though. A beautiful find by Asher.
Oh, and just a second too late. Super goes for the trance, but he cannot save his tank. Swoosh gets overwhelmed before the healing aura comes through. And that is certainly going to be Los Angeles Gladiators taking the first point here on Volskaya. But in overtime, Hex, that took forever.
That's a beautiful defense from the Florida Mayhem. The Gladiators will throw everything they have at it the last second just to be able to capture it.
Momentarily. They are making progress, but Florida should be able to get in here and contest before the first take, and sure enough they do, but Zebasai gets jumped immediately by Surefour and Bishu. And this is starting to look pretty good here for Los Angeles Gladiators. Logic's trying to go for the stick, not gonna find it. And now it's all about surviving here for Florida. They're trading back and forth, but Surefour doing the work.
Florida did get a couple of kills during this, though, so Gladiators are not at full strength. They only have 4 people alive, but they can get back of the zoning. Deadeye takes down Zebo!
Sick play, the shield in there as well. Zebo couldn't get the sleep in to cancel it out. Decides not to overcommit, doesn't want to get too far away from his healers, who definitely need to keep him alive. Swoosh will find Shaz though, the healer's under pressure, and there we go. Primal Rage gonna come out. It's gonna be Winston on Winston action here, laying into each other. Swoosh trying to back off. Zebasai gets the res off again. That's Manitin back into the fight. And Fisher trying to do the best that he can here, but it's not gonna be enough.
Res is in his face. It does force out a Transcendence, and I think this will just about be Florida being able to take control of the point, especially with Big Goose going down. Surefour is doing his best, but now Surefour is gonna have to go back to spawn. Florida will take point B in a much faster time. We'll clean up there at the end. We'll see what switches Gladiators once here. You see Big
At this point, start taking the fight to the core of the defense. Sound barrier committed immediately, but Svink with the stick on Big Goose removes him immediately as well. Logix gets overwhelmed. And now it's just back and forth, out and out chaos as Bishu's trying to hang in there. He's not long for this world. Tvik is there, and Tvik looking for the follow-up on Asher, but he gets robbed. This is going to be now just Hail Mary desperation coming out from the Gladiators, trying to get bodies on the point, and yet again, on the high ground with the Deadeye, trying to clear that point. There's the one pick. EMP has been ruined as well, and now Logic's trying to hunt down Fisher, but it's all good in the end, because somehow, in all of that, Florida Mayhem sneaked the point. The angle, and Logix now knows where he's coming from as well, and gets the headshot. Big kill. But Zebasai, will he be able to make it back here? And he is going to go for the wings on high, trying to keep that chain healing going, trying to keep his teammates up and alive. Big Goose, the same thing. He just nearly got Falk.
They brought Surefour back to life, but Logix takes down Bishu in mech form and in pilot form. Florida absolutely cleaning up. There will be nothing for the Gladiators to do except try to focus on their second point defense. Florida had one shot at it. They switched things up there.
Fisher are able to withstand the push, at least immediately. Bishu, with the self-destruct on it, will clear it momentarily. Gets the remake as well.
It's very likely yet, as Fisher was able to take down both supports for Florida very early in this fight. Adds himself a third. The supports will be getting in here now as Zebo has switched over to the Lucio to ferry people back into the mix. But I think that is way too much Gladiator white and purple in the kill feed. They should be able to hold on last here.
Now Zupe gets overwhelmed, and that is going to be it. 3 points picked up for the floor. Barely saves him, but Zebasai, man, caught sleeping there.
Zebo hit the panic key there. You saw him after he took that huge damage. He just started going back and forth on his keyboard, on his mouse, dancing around. This one is over. It's Surefour with the Redemption Widow Tour after a rough day yesterday on that hero on Gibraltar.
Back around the corner, but it's not going to happen. He does have the self-destruct, though, to continue to buy a little bit of time and to get that remake going.
Now we are in overtime here. Teams trying to get to the point, need only 33% to be able to take this map successfully, but Florida's got different plans. 2 quick kills. Asher, Surefour, Big Goose all down. No damage, no healing. Florida says, get out.
Wipe out. Fisher goes leaping in, but he will not make it in time. Now, just topping everybody up. He did get the res off on Swoosh as well, and so they should be able to contest here. Florida Mayhem, hydration, point blank. He manages to get the kill, but eventually kills himself as well. That's not going to help.
Well, he does have the reset button, though, because he's got his own resurrection up there. You're going to bring hydration back into this mix, and he takes down Swoosh. There goes Zebo. There's the poop onto Zupe.
Oh, no. Logic's so disgusted with it all.
help to try and take hydration out. Florida decides to not give up bodies on the point and will give up the point instead.
That was a great halt. Right into their Helix rockets there from Tvik. 2 big kills. The supercharger is out now as well. Hydration will fall to Zupe, and now you've got the tac visor in here, ready to mow him down in droves. Big Goose gone, Bishu as well, and they will not be able to get back in here and contest this point. Los Angeles Gladiators will falter, and Florida Mayhem.
It's about finishing the kills. They will dive back in. Who is their dive target? Can they secure a kill? But a nice retreat and peel back by the tanks of Florida keeps everyone alive. And Gladiators back to the drawing board. Get out.
Yeah, get out of here, man. Like, Logic's, there we go. Managed to pick up. Really gets around the corner in time. Eventually, Tvik will claim it along with the help of Manitin. But the tanks are still alive here for Gladiators, and they're still hunting for kills. Fisher not letting go. Tvik, you're going for a long ride down. Fisher makes sure of it.
Very nice there to actually secure this fight. It should be all over right now. They're just waiting for the cleanup. We'll flip it over. Florida, though, only 1 fight away, just about at nearly 8.
Just getting in there. Asher will win the duel versus Logics. We might have jinxed it a little bit there. Might have cursed him, but Tvik is here with attack visor. Last time we saw him get it to good use, and there, sure enough, finds Shaz. That'll slow things down on that Transcendence. Shaz not going to be too happy about that one. Asher managing to dash off into the distance, just barely surviving.
Tvik goes for the hope of a rocket right there. Lucio taking a lot of damage on the way in, and now Florida looking to clean this up. Big Goose down, just trying to dance on the point is Asher, but he is dispatched without haste.
And they're not going to be able to make it back in time. It will be the 2-0 victory on Nepal for Florida Mayhem. Really committing it. Bishu will get team-backed eventually, though. Surefour, however, is able to remove Swoosh in the meantime. Progress being made here on the point for Los Angeles Gladiators. There's 1 tick, and the wall going down, further delaying things. 2 ticks picked up. Are they going to be able to just wipe this out? Hydration giving them the point.
They get back in here, do get 1 kill. They are not going to get much more, though, and that should be the full cleanup. The Gladiators running an interesting comp here. Zap is going to be just with the Bunny Blaster out trying to get. And meanwhile, the tanks have been pressuring in the back line, and he got them separated out over here. 1v2 from Fissure, and he doesn't even need kills there. He's just separating the team. Hydration has brought out the fist.
And he's already going to work. Look at this, getting right into the thick of things. Point blank, finds the kill on Manitin.
Is here after what seems like a relentless offense.
Ah, man, Hydration, man. He just continues the reign of terror. There's the stick. Perfectly done by Surefour. Backline gone. That's going to make life a bit more difficult here for Florida Mayhem, as it's now Zupe under pressure. Surefour finding kill after kill, and now he's just got the big old battery to pump damage into. Manitin is out of it, and he's on the hunt now, looking for more.
Surefour's had one of his best games of the entire Overwatch League so far today, be it on Widow, be it on Tracer. They will finish out Hollywood in a blazing fast time.
Manitin, pretty sure where the Zenyatta is, just wants to make certain. Maybe he was seeing things. But Swoosh will move. Actually, this is big. Swoosh with the help. They get that dive working. They find Shaz. They find Big Goose. Here we go for Florida Mayhem. This is the golden opportunity. Now is when you need to do the damage. Hydration barely hanging in there, but Zappis finds the angle on him. And we will get the D-Mac on Bishu. Self-destruct thrown in there by Zappis.
It's not necessary. They didn't need it. Hydration was coming in, not even trying to live through that. If Hydration had designs of staying in that fight, he would not have walked forward into that as he was...
The way of his Dragon Blade.
Well, the problem is that Zupe did go down in that fight, so they might not even want to continue to fight. And now they definitely will not, as Tvik is turned into modern art against that wall, will get resurrected.
They really are keeping these fights going forever, but then you get that cleave damage in. Fissure with perfect positioning right on top of him. Both tanks, they really are sticking together. They're tied together at the hip, literally punching him into the face. This is it. Manitin eventually wears him down, but it's still just going to be the man Tvik in question. Manitin still hanging around on this card. Zebasai dangerously low, just dancing around on the edge. Bishu not quite able to connect with that kill, but eventually they'll get around to clipping Zebo's wings. Overtime runs out, and it will be the Los Angeles Gladiators tying up. Actually get the res off though, so the push can continue. Surefour with the kill on Logix. That's a big one. No longer the threat there. Logix was trying to get in there on those squishy targets, but it's just not going to happen for him now. And which means that really Surefour just has free reign. Tvik can't even get close to this guy.
Yeah, there is absolutely nothing they can do on the ground. Tvik's going to come in, but he is treated to a rifle butt to the face. And that is the Gladiators taking first point with relative ease here.
There we go, Asher. Saw a chance, a moment there where he could. Oh, he does eventually find the kill. Tvik is gone. No Dragon Blade here for Tvik in this next fight. That's going to open up the back line here for Asher to just come in and play with his food. Sure enough, you will have Logix just doing the best that he can, but that is not an easy duel for him to win. Has to hit the headshot, essentially. And they are just going to, wow, this is super smooth from Los Angeles Gladiators.
It's really interesting that they were completely unaware that Asher was behind them after he just consistent damage. Trying to deal with Logix in the backline, but a beautiful blade will end this fight.
Perfectly timed. Surefour didn't have the flashbang. No way to stop Tvik.
The only thing slowing down Logix are floating platforms. Another blade from Tvik gets in the reflex, the Deadeye.
Stylish. Asher, though, with 2 on the pulse.
It's too little too late, I think, as Logix and Tvik will clean up the rest of it. That is where the payload will stop. Now they're going to fight inside the room here. Very chaotic. Zewo's going to use his resurrection onto Tvik, and they've taken down Fissure yet again. This one, Florida's been so successful, is focusing down the main tank. A beautiful dragon from Tvik takes down Big Goose. Asher will fall too, but nice swing back here from the Gladiators.
Yeah, Shaz there to collect that one. Logix the parting shot, but it's a little too late for the theatrics here. The Resin Gladiators will be able to run
that ultimate. So never mind, short 4, impatient, gets domed.
Gets domed at Big Goose this time. They do follow up on the Widow kill. Big Goose gets caught trying to get the res off. Golden opportunity here for Florida Mayhem to push forward the victory on this first point. At least Zupe wins the duel versus Asher. And yes, Florida Mayhem off the back of that pick. Logix creating the opening here, and the team just flood through.
We are in overtime. Florida has to continue pushing this.
They have to get out through this doorway now, Gladiators. And well, they are just going to manage it. That bubble perfectly placed, eliminating some of the angles there for Logix, making it a little bit more frustrating for him. We will trade tanks right out the gates, though, and Manathan with the self-destruct over the point. Looking to do the hurt. Just barely going to be able to survive that one. Big Goose does get the res off on Fissure, though. That's a big deal. Now we have a monkey back in play here for Gladiators. That might be enough to turn the tide, as Zupe has to give ground. The trance waves off, and Fissure pounds him into the ground.
Better ultimate management so far for the Los Angeles Gladiators, but Logix puts it on his shoulders. He's trying to bring this back. He gets 2 kills on the supports. It might be enough. Short 4 comes in late, though.
Surefour late, but he is doing hurt. He is doing damage, but it's not enough. Los Angeles pull through in the end and managed to get that second point. Defended properly. Los Angeles Gladiators will take the series.
Check out our website at actionesports.com to stay up to date on the latest matches, highlights, and more. From scores, match history, and specific game info, we've got you covered for all things Overwatch esports. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out our channel for more action-packed content. Also, like and share this video, and click the subscribe button to join our notification squad. Thanks for watching.